Hi, my name is Sarit. Welcome to Refuge, part of the One Down Dog on-demand classes. It's wonderful to see you. So grab a couple of blocks and a bolster and any other prop that you feel that you would need. The most important thing is that you are taking care of your body in this class, that anything I say is a suggestion, and if you notice that you feel like, I can't do that, or I don't want to do that today, please don't. You are much wiser about your body than I will ever be. So I'd like to start us off in a seated position, using maybe a blanket underneath you or a bolster underneath you to lift your hips to provide some support in your lower back. And this class is really going to offer many opportunities for support because it's part of finding refuge. And we find refuge maybe in the breath, we find refuge perhaps on our mats in general or in community, and ultimately in ourselves. Finding a way to sit that feels comfortable. We're going to set a sankalpa, which is an intention. So starting with really feeling your seat on the ground, feeling all the ways in which you're supported, and bringing your awareness to your heart space. And asking her, your resilient, beautiful heart, what does she need? What is an intention that you can set that feels accessible and flexible? And then bringing our hands together, lifting our hearts, dropping the chin, and starting this class with 3 ohms. So inhaling, easy breath in. Gently opening the eyes if they were closed. And looking around your space, just noticing what's there that feels nourishing, supportive to you. So I'm going to use a block on either side of me because it supports my practice. You can do this if you'd like, or you can opt not to. We'll start with some seated arm movements, little mini salutations. Inhaling, lifting the arms. Exhale, down the midline. Using the breath. Finding the rhythm here. As we very gently introduce some movement. Last one, this time keeping the arms raised, drawing the shoulders down, feeling your roots. Really feel the connection to the earth. We root to rise. Exhale, left hand to the block or the mat, reach. Make sure your left shoulder didn't just become a nice new set of earrings. Inhale, reach back up to midline. Exhale, down to the other side. And again, noticing from one side to the other, if there's differences, if we can meet those differences with kindness. Inhale back to center. And this time, left hand to the block as we reach over. Does it change on this second round? Make a fist, reach your arm behind you. Make some gentle circles. You can let the head rest. Notice where the head wants to be. You can look down, up. And exhale back overhead. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Feeling the stretch on the side waist. Make a fist, reach back. Making some circles. And then exhale back over. Inhale back to center. Gentle twist to your left. And again, lots of things you can do with your neck. You can look straight ahead, to the left, or back over your right shoulder. And breathing here. 3 more breaths. Our inhales lengthening and our exhales deepening the twist. It's a wonderful place to practice breathing through a challenge, right? How do we breathe when we're twisted? Inhale, reach the arms up, back to the other side. And being curious again with the neck. And then coming back to center. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of a polyvagal exercise to get our vagus nerve enlivened a little bit. So still in this position, if you need to adjust yourselves in any way, please do. Lengthening through the spine and very gently taking your right ear toward your right shoulder. And you can take your chin toward the left shoulder. And then we're going to let the eyes look down, just the eyes, to the right shoulder. And we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, until you yawn, swallow, or burp. And then come back up to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Take the chin toward the right shoulder, and then look down to the left. And again, waiting. And my nervous system is going to let you know when I'm ready to come out, which is a nice cue. Paying attention to when the yawn comes through, and then come back to center. I'm going to do that one last time, but this time we're going to do something different with the eyes. So right ear towards right shoulder, chin toward the left. And this time look to the left, looking up. Same thing, we're waiting for the same down regulation. Come back to center. Other side. Left ear to left shoulder, chin to the right, and then we're going to look up to the right. And what this is doing is engaging our ventral vagal system And also increasing our range of motion in the neck by using these muscles in this way. And then back to center. And trace an infinity symbol with your nose. And then come back. All right, we're going to make our way onto hands and knees. And you can take the blocks with you. I'd keep them handy. And I'm a big fan of providing support under the knees. All right, so hands and knees. And if you're dealing with any wrist issues, you can always roll up the edge of your mat. You can take a blanket under your hands so that they're lifted up a little bit. You basically put the heel of your hand at the edge and let the fingers drape over. So finding ourselves on hands and knees, just start to rock your hips side to side. And coming back to center, engaging your belly, lifting up, lifting the heart. Exhale, press the floor away from you, round. Inhale, lifting the heart. And exhale, round. Do a few more of these, just moving and finding your own rhythm. You might want to make some circles. And then back to center. Extend your left leg. Press into your toes. Feel the stretch. Pulse 3 times. Again, inhale, lifting your left leg, squaring your hips. Pinky toe points to the floor. Press the floor away from you. So we're going to call this bus stop number 1. Press back like you're pressing the wall away. Bus stop number 2, right arm reaches out. Bus stop number 3, right arm to the side, left leg out to the side. Plant your foot, right hand to the earth, left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, left hand to right. Inhale, reach. 2 more like that. And then exhale. Bring your hands back, and you can take the scenic route back, or just bring your left knee back to the side. And again, taking your hips side to side. Right foot comes back. We're going to pulse 3 times. So inhaling, right foot comes up to the sky. Not quite to the sky, to mid-level. Pinky toe points to the earth. So this is bus stop 1, or you can always keep your foot down here as bus stop 1, right? Bus stop 2, left arm reaches out. I'm going to stay at bus stop 1 because of an injury. So listen to your body. Bus stop 3, left arm reaches out to the left, right leg reaches out. Left hand to the center, right fingertips to the sky. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, inhale. Come back to center. hands and knees. Rock from side to side. And step your left foot forward. So maybe you use blocks, maybe you don't. If you're using blocks, frame your left foot. Make sure you're on a railroad track and not a tightrope. I think we have enough tightropes in our personal lives oftentimes, or just in the world. Left hip draws back, right hip wraps forward. So taking a moment, inhale, reach, maybe a slight back bend. It's like a half of a camel. Lift through the belly, firm your right thigh, press down into your left leg, really feel the engagement. Exhale back to center, gentle twist to the left. So therapeutically, right hand to the thigh, left hand's on my hip, maybe it reaches back. If you want a deeper twist, lengthen forward, hook your right elbow, make a fist with your right hand, and drape your left hand over it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to the floor or to blocks. Right hand to a block, left hand reaches. If you want more strength here, tuck your back toes. Straighten your back leg. Exhale. Everybody take your back leg straight unless it's not in your wheelhouse today. From here, step your back foot forward just a bit. Start to straighten your front leg into pyramid. Lift through the belly, draw your left hip back. So we're taking 5 breaths here in pyramid. I also want to acknowledge my friend Carlos, the cricket. You might hear him periodically in this class, and you know, crickets add an extra oomph to the practice, a little extra love. Nice rhythm, you know. And then when you're ready, bend into your front knee, drop your back knee, extend your front leg. And breathe here. Breath as anchor, breath as part of refuge. Not to be controlled, but to be felt and honored and supported. Draw your left leg back. Step your right foot through. And you might notice side to side, right? Different experiences on both sides of the body. We're not always symmetrical. That is okay. So drawing your right hip back, left hip wraps forward this time. Inhale, reach the arms. You can also take the arms into cactus to support the shoulders. Tilting back just a little bit. It's like a half of a camel. Breathe. So breathing here, lifting through the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth or to blocks. Left hand on the floor or the block, reach your right hand up. Breathe. Maybe you want some strength here. Tuck your back toes. Press into your back leg. Exhale, back to center. Step your back foot up just a tad. Start to straighten your front leg. You will not be more spiritual if your leg is super straight, just so you know. It could have a bend. You could be like, I don't want this. Honor your body. Your body is the guru. Breathe here, 5 breaths. And this time, bending into your front knee, step your left foot up. You're coming into a Standing forward fold. So my friends with any low back stuff, stay at a flat back. You can use the blocks to support you. You can bend your knees really generously here. You can even rest your elbows on your knees, hands in prayer. It's a lovely way to have a supported forward fold. So whatever feels good in your body. You can also take your shoulders, let them pull the weight down. So take an easy breath in, sigh it out. Inhale all the way up, flat back. Exhale, hands to the heart. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Just bringing in a little bit of movement. Exhale, sweep your arms back behind you. Step your left foot back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands to the heart, not the heart, your hips. These are your hips. And hands to the hips and pulse. So really feeling into the sturdiness and the support of your legs. Our legs are so often lost in trauma. And so finding a way back to our legs is so important. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Strong legs, light heart. Drop your back heel, warrior one. Exhale, interlace your fingers or fist to fist. Bend into the front knee, humble warrior. Inhale, reach all the way up. Spin back to warrior two. And you know, warrior two, so interesting, right? We can look forward. We can look over our right fingertips. We can look back. What feels right? Sometimes it feels really good to just look straight ahead and take up the space. Sink down, tilt your right hand up, reach back. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, hand or forearm to the thigh. Take your left hand across the midline, pinky finger to the floor. Exhale back to two. Come back to that warrior one. Spin onto your toes and step it forward. Hands-free vinyasas, right? If at any time you have a burning desire to go through a classical chaturanga, go for it, but you don't have to. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, step your right foot back, reach your arms back. Kind of like you're flying. Really feel into the sturdiness of the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to the hips. What's different on this side? Is there more energy, less energy? Can you feel the sturdiness, the support of the earth beneath you, holding you up? Inhale, reach the arms up. Drop the back heel. Take your arms behind you, fist to fist, interlace your fingers, reverse namaste. Exhale forward. Inhale, rise. Warrior two. So even from behind, you really want to lengthen your spine straight up as you reach out. There's often this tendency to follow the arm. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior two. You can even say out loud, I am powerful. Inhale, reach back. Lengthen forward. Hand or forearm to the thigh. Right arm across the midline, reach. You can let your head tip over, kind of dumping out all the icky stuff we don't want. Warrior two. Woo! Warrior one. And step it forward. And take a second to just shake it out. Feel your feet. Feel all the energy that you just created, the heat. And then we're gonna come back to the floor. Take some of that warmth that we just created, some of that sturdiness that we just nurtured into existence. And we're going to use it to support the down regulation in the practice. 2 feet apart, feet turned out. And by all means, use blocks or bolsters or blankets here. We're going to come into Malasana, into a yogi squat. So as we make our way down, you want to lift up through the arches of your feet. You can always sit on a block. And the nice thing about that is the invitation of support. So I'm sure a lot of us are caregivers. We don't always have a lot of support. Maybe we're parents. Maybe we work in a field that requires us to constantly be thinking about the other. So even little things like this, bringing a block in your Malasana, can invite in a sense of support. So left hand, the inside of the thigh. Open your right arm to the right. Exhale, right arm to the inside. Open the left. And come back to center. So extend your left leg. It's like a supported Skandasana. Feel the strength here. Left arm to the thigh, hand rather to the thigh, reach your right arm out. Right elbow into the inner right thigh, reach your left arm out. Really press down into the left leg, flex your foot, and come back. And then gently bring your left leg back in and extend your right. So we'll do the same thing. Right hand to the thigh, left arm reaches out, opening the heart. Remember that heart imagery that we brought in the beginning, setting our sankalpa. What's here now? How is it resonating? Is it expanding? Is it being honored? Exhale, left elbow to the inner knee. Reach. And then come back. And take your right foot in. So we're going to make our way into hero pose. And again, you can bring your knees together, toes are straight behind you. Maybe your bum is on the floor, or perhaps you are sitting on a block. This is my favorite thing. I don't have 20-year-old knees anymore. So take your front knuckle and press into the arches of your feet. Give your feet some love. And then gently release. So inhale, take your right arm overhead. Drape your right hand behind your head. Soften your front ribs. Grab a hold of your elbow. So sometimes this is not accessible. And if that is the case, take your right hand in front of you and hook your arm. So from here, softening the ribs, start to bend a little bit to your left. And keep on engaging your belly. And back to center. Release your hands. Drop your left hand behind you. Grab a hold of your elbow. And again, soften the front ribs. There's often a tendency to sort of arch the spine and come out. And then as you're ready, start to bend toward the right. And then back to center. And release. Okay. All right. So we're going to make our way onto our bums. But before we do that, since we've been sitting on our feet for a little while, come on to hands and knees. Tap your feet. And then grab a hold of a blanket if you're using one, or a bolster. Make your way onto your bum. So take your right leg in, kind of coming into easy pose, but taking the front foot, heel to the shin, flex your toes. You can put a block under a knee if you need a little extra support there. Really honor your body. So drawing your belly in, lengthening through the spine, start to walk your hands forward. And we're getting into the hip, the left hip. I want to walk the hands to the right. Say hello to your left hip. And then taking your right hand to the side, open the heart. Take your left hand behind your head and look up. And then exhale back down. Back to center. And sit all the way up. And extend your left leg. So your left foot, if your spine is going directly in front of you, you're not going to go over your leg. So we're going to start to fold forward. We're going to do this in two different ways. So flexing your left foot, pressing down into the floor. Walk your hands forward. You can bring blocks here, as many as you'd like, and rest. We're going to hang out here for about 1.5 minutes. So as we're here, inviting in a sense of ease. May I be at ease. May I meet my suffering with compassion. May I listen to the wisdom of my body. And while you're here, kind of maybe make some faces. You might be able to hear our friend Carlos in the background. Notice what you're hearing, what you're listening to. May I be at ease. May I be at ease. Very slowly start to make your way up. And this time, you can take your blocks on either side of your leg and spin your torso slightly so the midline lines up with the inseam of your leg. And start to fold, drawing your belly in. So interesting thing, if you find that as your spine is long here, yeah, and your heart is reaching for your toes. So if you find yourself here and you're like, I'm not feeling so much, you can grab a hold of your foot and press into your foot and pull back at the same time, which creates that isometric contraction in the leg, and you get a little bit more sensation and a little bit more dynamic energy in the pose. And while we're here, making sure that the belly is engaged, that we're not dumping into the lower back. Some things we can also do is we can roll up a blanket under the knee. We can put a block under the knee if that feels supportive, right? Lots of different ways to be here. And again, may I be at ease. May I be at ease. Slowly make your way up. All right. So, other side. Right foot, heel is pressed into the knee, into your shin. And start to fold forward. One hip might have a little bit more activation than another. It might feel tighter or more easeful. And just meeting whatever it is with kindness. If it's easier, some gratitude. If it's challenging, may we be at ease. May we meet our challenges with compassion. You can walk your hands to the left. And taking your left hand to the side, reach your right arm up, take it behind your head and look up. Exhale back to center. And slowly make your way up. And extend your right leg. Left foot into the groin. Lengthening through the spine, drawing the belly in. And fold forward. And again, your right foot's going to be slightly out to the side, right? We're following the direction of the spine. We're not twisting here. May we be at ease. May we be at ease. And again, checking in with your jaw, your eyes, your hands. Are they clenched or are they gently touching? If you maintain the integrity of your core as you're folded forward. Very slowly make your way back up. Gently twist towards your right leg. Midline lines up with your inseam. You can always frame your leg. And then exhale, folding forward, reaching for your toes with your heart. Meeting the breath with kindness, welcoming it in. And slowly start to come up. Make your way onto your back. Your bolster is going to come into handy. It's in handy at some point here, some point soon. Making your way onto your back, draw your knees into your chest. And rock a little from side to side, hugging your knees. And let your knees fall to the right. You might want to block between the knees. It can be really helpful. And then bringing the knees back in to the center, letting them fall to the left. And then bringing the knees back to center, hugging your knees one last time. Making your way into Shavasana. And take the next minute or so to really make yourselves comfortable. You can take a bolster under your knees. You can stack 2 blocks and then a bolster so you have a little higher of a lift. That's a nice way to do it. You can put a blanket here so that you have a little bit of a lift at your cervical spine. You can even kind of fold it like this, and that can bring you some support to the natural curve of the cervical spine. And once you're there, just take a moment, squeeze absolutely everything. Squeeze your hands, your face, your legs, everything. Big breath in. And then let it all go. Start to soften your hands. Soften the space behind your eyes. Allowing the brain and the skull to be held by the earth. Soften the jaw, the throat, the shoulders. Inviting anything to soften that's able to soften, and allowing what's still holding on to just be there without judgment. Softening the heart space, the belly, the hips, the legs, the shins, knees, ankles, and feet. Allowing the back body to sink into the arms of the earth. Om Mani Padme Mani Padme Om. Allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. On your next cycle of breath, take one hand to your heart and one hand to your solar plexus. And slowly make your way to your right side. And allowing your head to come up last, use your upper arm to press yourselves to sitting. And I also want to offer you the invitation to stay in Shavasana as long as you need. So lifting your heart, dropping your chin, bringing your hands to your heart space. May the benefit of this practice be nourishing and supportive to you. May you be at ease. May you be well. May your heart be light and undefended. May your feet be rooted in the earth. And may you be free from suffering. And may all beings in all 10 directions be at ease and free from suffering. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for your practice.